Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we got Ludacris with the GTA, T.I. pulling sticks out, Swiss Beats with the historic verses, Master P with another one, and 50 Cent. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, man. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, man. If you support the channel, we definitely appreciate that. If you're feeling our content and you like, yo, man, I wouldn't mind getting that on a regular, then you can always hit the subscribe button. We definitely appreciate that. Hey, yo, shout out to No Humanity Left. No, that's his actual name. No Humanity Left. My boy G Bozak came through along with Rich Nigga Boswell. That's his name. I mean, what do you want, right? And they provided some thoughtful insight to the channel, man. Look, I appreciate the support and viewership that y'all showed to the team here at Celebs Source. Celebs Source was here before I got here, man. And Bozak, Boswell, the Spitter 19, Shalane, Shirai, Frankie, Raul. Yo, there's too many, man. Too many. Celebs Source ain't just a vid and a voice, but most importantly, it's the viewers and those that keep it live in the comment section, man. Salute to y'all, all right? Now, first on deck, the next time you find your 4-year-old playing Grand Theft Auto 5, before you trip on him for beating up the artificial intelligence on the screen and driving off to the vanilla unicorn, you know what that is, to spend $100 in a back room, consider this, right? That 4-year-old could be doing the real thing in real life. Take the situation involving Ludacris, for example. Your boy decided to stop at an ATM, which kind of baffles me, right, to begin with, because, you know, you couldn't find a drive-up ATM. Anyway, he hopped out the ride to get some dough and left the joint running, and someone pulled a Michael/Franklin move and sped off in the ride. Now, although Luda didn't get a good look at the thief, the ride had a tracker device in it, on some Michael Knight and Kit-ish, and the vehicle was found in northeast Atlanta. Is that what's going on over there now? Now, the coppers found his property at the location, but not the actual ride. I mean, whatever the hell that means. They later claim they found the car at a Dunkin' Donuts. Incredible. You know what I think happened? I think the cops found the ride in North Atlanta and wanted to open it up a bit on the road. Now, you know, for the day. They saw the time, pulled up at Dunkin' Donuts and was like, all right, man, let's call it in. Needless to say, they returned the car to Luda and he lived happily ever after. Now, on the other side of town, T.I. called out an Atlanta councilwoman who backed an ordinance against noisy recording studios. Now, the ordinance would have required all new recording studios to obtain a special permit and be 300 feet or farther from residential areas. Now, she was the only councilwoman who voted for the ordinance, which probably made her look a little crazy. All those in favor? Aye. And against? Everybody. T.I. stated to the councilwoman the following. He said, excuse me, Mrs. Felicia Moore at ATL, whatever, I don't know, Felicia Moore, ATL. But our culture runs this town, man. These studios and the creatives that work in them have laid foundation and paved ways to create opportunities for the city like nothing else could. Yeah, we might get loud. No, we're not perfect. I hate when people say that. We're not perfect, but we contributed to this city's culture and economic growth consistently for decades. Our contribution to the communities here in this city have gone overlooked far too long. We've been on the front line making a difference in this city in ways nobody else in politics would, even before Hollywood found us attractive. That's right. Before the filming industry moved to town, we've been making an economic impact, yet the film studios receive all the tax benefits, rebates, and considerations. And not just us rappers and artists. Within the culture, there's a host of producers, engineers, art directors, event planners, club and studio designers, radio personalities, A&R, DJ, dancer, promoters, club owners who put all our heart and soul into making this city what it is today. Put some respect on that, please, and thank you. Hashtag, don't play with us, right? Now, after he posted that, right, in reaction to that, a young lady by the name of Sabrina Peterson posted an allegation against Tip saying that he held a burner to her dome in front of her kids. Now, when you say it like that, look, she posted, quote, the sad part about being a woman and being a black woman is this. I kind of don't like the way she started that, but let me keep it going. The public praises our predators. At Troubleman31, you put a gun to my head in front of children, and I never called the police on you. Well, let me continue. But for years, you have painted me as the villain. As black women, it's hard to heal from, rape, violence, or anything because you are painted as the problem or reason this has happened to you. Let's normalize the allowing black women to heal. It's so hard being the victim of, and being painted as the reason it happened. So wait a minute. Like, if you mention me, right? I don't even want to be mentioned in the same sentence as that word. You see what I'm saying? Now she continued to, if she's saying that he did that too, then that's one thing. But don't add his name and then include this other crime that somebody else might have did to you, because now people start making the associations. Let me keep it going. She continued and said, let's talk, Keisha Bottoms. You can't have a person that has victimized women speak for us. Let's have a real talk. Close quote. Now, for the sake of context, right? Shorty, Miss Peterson, she had been fighting with T.I.'s female assistant, who she claimed was abusing Tiny. And T.I. pulled out the stick, which to me, because, I wasn't there, it sounds like he was trying to break up a fight. Look, things sound crazy when you say them certain ways. Picture this, right? Two women are having a knockdown, drag-out fist fight in your crib, right? You tell them, yo, chill out. But they ain't hearing all that. All they see is red. Kids are watching and they're shocked that two women are rolling around on the floor because a good fight has to incorporate a good floor roll. He pulls out the burner and they happen to be at his feet when he does it, and bullseye. His burner is where her head, because it sounds crazy if I say his stick was where her head was, you know what I'm saying? His burner was where her head was, and she wouldn't stop rolling on the floor. Kids are in the room, so technically, the stick was pulled, your head was there, and kids saw the whole thing play out. Now, Tiny did chime in. That's like my interpretation of how I believe the events played out, okay? It might not have played out that way, but this is how I can imagine it based on what I'm hearing. Now, Tiny did chime in with her thoughts saying, hold up. So you want your abuser to train your sons? He was just uncle 2 years ago. Wait a minute. How long ago was this fight and stick incident? Because if the incident happened after 2 years ago, the uncle thing wouldn't matter. And if it happened before the uncle thing, it would make a difference. Anyway, let me not confuse myself. Tiny continued on and said, now, when did you say my husband assaulted you? Did you change your mind or change it back? What's with you today, Pooh? I'm confused. Tiny, close quote, Tiny, your boy Celeb is confused as well. Look, she continued on and said, stop harassing my family. Everybody knows you've been special. Face slicing seminar lady. What? The hell is all that supposed to be? Something tells me, right, that they're not good friends. She ended by saying, please get help, but leave us alone. You're like, yo, that's a whole lot. Yeah, whatever. Around the corner, right? They're talking about a versus battle that I don't know how to feel about. Swiss Beats was on an interview with Jalen and Jacoby and teased out his idea of an explosive versus battle. Yo, take a listen.
My dream one I want to try to figure out how to do Pac and Biggie in a way that the people was going to really love it.
I got you on that. I got the idea for I'm going to call you later. But not even that is. I've just been working. I'm going to text you.
Text me, because a couple of people hit me with some cool ideas as well.
Yo, we got to talk to Boo. Boo knows something too. Your boy.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh. Mind blowing right here on Jalen and Jacoby. You are sadly mistaken the two gentlemen that are leading the versus movement.
Okay. Biggie versus Tupac. Look, I guess my issue with that was we actually kind of had that one. And the result was they were murdered. You like, but the murder didn't they squash the beef? Well, I mean, that's what I heard. But I think Swiss is like, what if we had the joint without what it turned into in all reality? But I feel like, and I might be wrong, but, I mean, I'm really wrong. We can't have that because we didn't have that. They couldn't do it that way because what they were didn't allow them to do it that way. Even if they started to squash the beef. We never got that. But, I mean, it would be interesting to watch. And Michael versus Prince thing, likewise, right? It's like when the Discovery Channel pissed the 300 Spartans against ninjas and stuff, or samurai, something like. It's like, the songs we think they would pit against each other wouldn't be the song that they would actually choose to perform at the given time. Am I making sense? I mean, it was late when I wrote this. You see what I'm saying? Now, up the street is my guy, Master P. I like this dude, right? He's trying to get his hands on every business that moves within arm's length. He has set his crosshairs now on the Clubhouse app. Well, not the Clubhouse app per se, but the idea that artists use Clubhouse to interact with each other and in the midst of it all, make the owners of Clubhouse millions of dollars. So of course, as you could have guessed, Master P is on some old, I'm starting a new chat joint called Master Chat. Yo, take a listen.
I also started this, the Master Chat. It's all about just being able to chat with our people. I know that we going on Clubhouse. I keep telling people we go on Clubhouse. We able to put money back in our community and our culture. But if one of us did that, we would be saying, nah, I don't think that's gonna work. Why would you call it Clubhouse? It's not a club. We come up with all different type of excuse. Right? He's gonna take that company public. We're not thinking like that. The only way we're gonna be successful, we're gonna have to start taking companies public. That's the way you build wealth. And
now, to add to Master Chat, right? Your boy partnered with former Tesla engineer to form Tryon Supercars, which would be the first black-owned supercar manufacturer in the United States. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Controlling the game at every level. Next thing you're gonna be hearing about is master nuclear missiles, just in case your nation wanna buck up. Now, you could eat Uncle P's rice while you're running your jibs on Master Chat, all the while driving in your Tryon supercar. Respect for that. And finally, one house over is 50. Do you like power? How about the show? What if I told you 50 is looking for you in particular to be on the show? Well, guess what? He ain't, all right? But 50 Cent is about to flip the whole power thing on his head and hit you with something even harder than power, and that is BMF. Fifth went to the gram to hit us with a teaser. Yo, take a look. Now, we don't have a release date on the joint, but supposedly, right, 50 wouldn't mind licensing Ross's BMF anthem. But we all know 50 ain't meeting the requirements of holding a bucket of chicken and a bottle of rosé. Remember that? And finally, Marquise Jackson, 50's son, and his son's mother, Shania Tompkins, whatever her name is, were in a live call with Queen's Flip talking about the strained relationship that exists between the two. And Shaniqua spoke on a touching incident that took place between 50 and Marquise. Yo, take a listen.
This is where sometimes.
But what hold
on, let me finish.
I'm going to tell you a simple story that I've never told publicly. I'm going to tell a simple story. Marquise was there. Marquise's grandmother died. 50's grandmother, which is Marquise. We're already there. We're sitting on the family side. We're three. He comes in late. He comes in the front row with the girl tatted up Holly. He think that's who he was dating at the time. And
just tell the story. Stop.
I mean, that'd be like 2 or 3 years then. He went over to his dad. He kissed him on the forehead. So when you say ego, I'm lost with that one. Because I'm on the inside. So when you say ego,
we're not here to make a show. I just want to ask you. I'm not here to do that right now. With all due respect, I had a long conversation.
I'm just saying, when you say ego, like when you.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Finish. I believe that you grew up the same way and will automatically think that the kid is being influenced by the mom. And we tried to separate the issue. So if a father's talking to a son and trying to get him to relate to him, not saying that he has to.
You're not on his side, you're on your side because you're a child, you're not in this. when you have a parent, if I was to talk disparagingly about Marquis' father, Marquis is going to say something to me. That's what I'm telling you, that he's not
He said that.
biased. He will say something to me.
So she said, we go to the funeral, we go to view the body. You have to walk in front of 50 because he's in the front row. Marquis hadn't spoken to his father in years. It had to be about 2 to 3 years. He went over to his dad and kissed him on the forehead. So when you say ego, I'm lost with that. If that wasn't a beautiful gesture. He went and kissed his father on the forehead and proceeded back to his seat, close quote, highlighting the idea that Marquis doesn't have any bitter resentment against his pops. Look, I would hope, right, Fifth and Marquis could smooth out the wrinkles in their relationship, because although it's something, between the two of them, everything we do ripples outward to people we may never even meet. The establishment of a positive relationship today results in a better world for those you love tomorrow. I mean, it's got to work like that. You know what I mean? If I hook you up today, it might dissuade you from popping my son tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? You got a son? You know where I'm from. Everybody's son. Yo, let us know what you think, right? Ludacris getting his joint jacked. Whatever. Swiss Beats on the historic verses of 50 versus Tupac. Tupac versus Biggie. I mean, honestly, I don't really like the idea of Tupac versus Biggie versus battle. I don't think that they should do such a thing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let us know what you think. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. 50, should he make up with his son? I mean, I want to know your thoughts on that. Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news.